from Cleveland's most accurate weather team. This is 19 First Alert Plus, sponsored by the man that makes them pay, Tim Misney.
And good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News Now with your digital forecast here. We like to take a look at a weather picture a couple of times a day. A live look into Akron. You can see some blue skies, some actual sun out there. Don't let that fool you. 15 degrees currently going to bring in 19 First Alert meteorologist Meredith Garfalo. Meredith, don't be fooled by the sunshine. We've still got some dangerous temperatures out there.
Very dangerous weather, Dan, and this is the kind of day where if you can stay indoors, if you can take your workout indoors, because we're going to be seeing the feels like temperature in the single digits, even below zero in many spots still. Not as cold as we were this morning, but still you can see our temperatures and wind chill map here. Lorain, a degree below zero, a degree above zero in downtown Cleveland. Pretty much everybody's starting to get now in the teens, but we are going to continue to see that chill with us for pretty much the entirety of the weekend into the weekend. First Alert Doppler shows lake effect snow, but the good news is this is staying well offshore. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a few flurries out there. You can see that getting picked up here right along the lakefront, but majority of these bands are well out over Lake Erie, and that's where they're expected to stay. And just a quick look, because I know everyone's talking about the game tonight. You can see Orchard Park there in the bottom of the map. The lake effect snow band has now moved into the downtown Buffalo area, now starting to shift a little bit further to the north. So as it stays there, that's going to be good for the game tonight. And again, you can watch that on our channel. But as we take a look at the First Alert Doppler zooming out, you can see that's really the major thing right now across the region. Further down to the south, getting some snow in the D.C. area, which for some areas, such as D.C., Baltimore, even into Philly, haven't had measurable snow, and I think it's been a while. So definitely everybody getting a taste of winter. But our First Alert Future View, not only do we see those temperatures staying on the very, very low side going into tonight, our feels like actually going to be in the single digits to below zero yet again. But I do want to take Future View into the morning. You can see here's 2 a.m. As we move forward into 5, looking at getting some light snow for the morning commutes, spreading out with our next little quick storm system that's moving across the region. By 8 o'clock, still some lingering snow will be possible, but again, this is going to be light. If anything, it's going to be an inch or less. And then on the backside, as we do have a little bit of a west wind, we could see some of that lake effect snow set up from Mentor, Lake County out to Ashtabula County, but the rest of us dry out and actually could see some sun as we head into the second half of the day. Again, you can see mainly the snow belt area where those lingering snow showers will be. But here's the wind chill tracker. You can see as we go into Wednesday morning, a lot of us still going to be at or below zero. Right now, it's not criteria for a First Alert weather day. It's not criteria for a wind chill advisory like we saw this morning. But it's still the kind of cold where, especially if you have little ones with the snow, maybe a good day if you can drive them to school. Make sure that they're waiting somewhere safe at the bus stop, nice and warm. And then even as we go into the afternoon, single-digit wind chills for us yet again. So for tonight, we dropped that first alert, but we are going to see snow showers late. That's the ones I was just showing you overnight. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, very frigid air with winds out of the southwest. And then for tomorrow, you can see really not going to change much from morning into the afternoon as far as our temperatures go. So just make sure that you are prepared. And Dan will talk a little bit more about the extended forecast because I have some good news that'll be coming up. I know everyone wants to hear about that.
Yeah. Meredith, it's not often we see a temperature that is within 2-3 degrees all day, no change. Right. Happens only a couple of times a year. You brought it up. Here's a live picture for our viewers of course, you know that's the White House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Snow coming down pretty good there. It looks like a nice postcard picture of the White House. We're going to take a 15-second pause, and Meredith is going to get us to our future outlook and if we're going to break out of these frigid temperatures. Give us 15 seconds.
I've represented families just like yours for over 4 decades. Listen, if you need me, call me. You know I'll be there for you, and I'll make them pay. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye out for you.
And let's keep an eye on the 7-day forecast and look for small glimmers of hope.
Hey, Monday is not looking bad, Dan. 36, that's above freezing. Otherwise, the rest of the 7-day forecast, 6 out of those 7 days, our daytime highs will be at or below the freezing mark. Overnight temperatures, single digits and teens, but you have to keep in mind with the winds, the stronger the winds, the faster our bodies lose heat. So that's why it feels so much colder on windier days, because it'll bring that wind chill down into the single digits or below zero. So if we can get through the next 6 days, I have even looks at for 40s as we get into next week. So there is that warm light, I guess you could say, Dan, at the end of the tunnel. We'll get there. We just have to get through this week first.
And I guess the silver lining, nothing in the way of major accumulations. We've all seen the pictures out of Buffalo and what they're dealing with before the game. Boy, we've really gotten lucky. Those last 2 storms, they hit Iowa hard and went north of us or south of us, and Buffalo dealing with major lake effect. I guess we have to count ourselves lucky.
We should. And we're watching Thursday and Friday right now. We're still several days out. We have a couple more waves that'll be coming through with some chances of snow. But the good thing is, if you have any weekend plans, I know it's only Tuesday, but I always like to look ahead to the weekend. It's looking dry. And like I said, by Sunday, we start to see that trend upward. And then the beginning and into next week, we're looking much milder. Woohoo!
Excellent, excellent. Meredith Garofalo, 19 First Alert meteorologist for us. Thank you for checking in. We appreciate it.
Have a great day.
All right, take care. Just an afternoon look, one more shot of the White House and a pretty good clip of snow coming down there. You can barely see Washington Memorial behind the White House there. It's almost snowed out. But again, a lot of parts of the country getting more snow than we are here in Cleveland. If we have any other breaking news, it'll be right here on our digital platforms. Otherwise, our 3 o'clock news, it'll be a shortened version so that we can get you out to Buffalo for the Buffalo Steelers game. We will have a 3 to about 3:30 and then turn it over to CBS for the NFL game. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Have a great afternoon.
19 News is everywhere